I think it's genuinely crazy that John has come from a previous series, a child born from an egg in an awful situation, was kidnapped by Void, and is now here in hell itself practically. John has been underfed, starved, forced with malnutrition, forced to beat children. Not really forced, she probably quite enjoyed that. John has been here from the start and has gone from living with Pete and growing up with Pete to now being with Coke. Coke and John are iconic, honestly, and there's one thing we can take from this series is the characters that we have created. Because I don't think ultimately this series was about creating all this food. I'm only saying that because we potentially failed, but this series was about creating characters and family. I've never experienced the family dynamics within the Biotech DLC as much as I have this series. Branston and Anise creating so many fantastic children. Spag, Meatloaf, the iconicism of just Coca-Cola in general. It's huge. So today, on the finale of this episode, we're going to treat this like a fairly basic episode, you know. We're going to be cooking food, we're going to accept guests into the hotel, do some crafting, maybe face a couple of raids, but most importantly, Coca-Cola will be forced to take every single drug under the sun. Now, obviously, we don't have every single drug under the sun. There's only so many drugs that we do have because research hasn't been going very well, and we only started researching in episode 15. So research is slightly behind. I've got Spag and Erison working full-time on research now, and once Branson finishes this last piece of art, Branson will also be on research as well. So once we've researched Psycho refining, Yayo and the Wake Up are galore for Coke. So if you enjoy today's episode, are excited to see what happens when we give a 4-year-old child copious amounts of drugs, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Coke, how did you enjoy that blunt? Absolutely fantastic. He's loving life. High on Smokeleaf. I'm like stoned, man. Oh dear. Oh god. And I think it only makes sense as well with this being the finale as well. We actually finished the restaurant as well. We're playing a food-based game, right? A food-based playthrough, and we've literally done nothing to our restaurant apart from watch it get burnt down in one of the very early episodes. Let's revamp it and actually make it look good. A little bit of build base never hurt no one. Yayo has been completed as a research. Perfect. Reroll, give me some drugs. Ambrosia, they are drugs, but 1500 research, not what I'm after at the moment. Let's get some auto doors, you know. So now we can finally queue up some lovely, tasty Yayo. I think I'm only going to do a very limited amount. I've been making hundreds and hundreds of smoke leaf joints. We don't really need hundreds and hundreds. It's only Coke that's doing the smoke leaf joints, which doesn't quite work, but you know, you get what I mean. So we get Yayo, we get some flake up in here. 50 of each sounds like a fair amount, I'd say. Yeah. We can make some antibiotics as well. Nah. We'll just stick to the good stuff. So here it starts, the issues that are coming with Coke being forced to take every single substance under the sun. Coke is just standing here, chaining alcohol. Just chaining it over and over again. Second bottle, third bottle, fourth bottle. Oh, crikey. And do all of these things overlap? No. Okay. They don't all, go on top of each other and give us extra benefits. No worries. No worries at all. You just keep doing your thing, honestly, Coke. So far, he's only stoned on Smokeleaf. We haven't started on the Yayo yet, or the Wake Up. Sounds like you're going to need it, though, honestly. What would Anise say if she was here? What would Anise say? The morning is starting off. What time is it? 10 o'clock in the morning. Coke's having his morning joint. Is that going to be followed by the morning batch of Yayo? Yes, it... Coke is overdosing on Yayo. That doesn't really work. Oh, God. High on Yayo. Jesus Christ. Okay. High on Yayo plus 35. Gas. Oh, whoops. At least he's refreshed. He's got his learning satisfied. Hopefully, Coke doesn't suffer as a result of this, honestly. I would really, really quite like for Coke to not die from this. I'm sure Coke will be fine, you know. The daily, he'll eventually get used to it. eventually get used to the daily intake, you know? Maybe all the drugs that he'll take will, like, genetically alter him eventually. And maybe this is just, like, a beginning to the new era. Like, his character arc is taking him to a point where he can then just consume drugs all the time and never die from them, but always feel the effects. That would be pretty cool. Coke Child is no longer incapable of walking. You know, these drug overdoses are nothing. But unfortunately, I think that the next thing on the list will be him to then take the flake, which he hasn't done yet. It's just gone so weird. Like, I like the way that we are still cooking, though, you know? We haven't changed much about this series. We are still cooking, just, you know, we're just doing a Breaking Bad kind of cooking, you know? Of course, Coke is the one performing stand-up comedy. Absolutely high on... Yeah, you know what? I can't even make it up. This is the character I've always wanted in Rimworld, but never been confident enough to do it. Pancake is hunting lamb. These ice cream girls are out of hand, you know? Totally out of hand. The sooner we can just sort of get rid of them, I think, the better, honestly. I think this is what we need. You know, Coke is angry. Coke is on drugs. El Coca Bar is decreed that we should exterminate the ice cream girls. Not because I dislike ice cream girls. I think they're fantastic. But more so the case of they're not healthy for us. And I think our addiction to ice cream girls is only going to make things worse. And as you can see from their glorious behind, they're all naked. Oh, God, Meatloaf has just executed one of them. Holy moly. Yeah, I think we should probably just get rid of them in the nicest way possible. Now, the last one is to be killed. Snack. You do be a tasty ice cream snack, but unfortunately, this is just not enough for us to keep you alive. All you ice cream girls have do is cause me issues, and I've had enough of it. The end of ice cream is here. I mean, our ice cream girls are okay. I'll keep them around. They've got clothes on, but the rest of them? Blech. I found Branston having an insulting spree against Coke. I hope death finds you earlier than expected, Coke. I don't think Branston approves of Coke's newfound drug habit, you know? A concerned father. This is not an insulting spree. This is a concerned father. I respect that, Branston, you know? I think you're probably the most caring colonist I've ever had. And I like that for you. I love that, you know? It's really nice to see. I mean, if we still look at the social tab, Branston loves everybody. And for some reason has a 69% chance of falling in love with John. What? Here I was thinking that Erison and Branston were going to get together, but there's only a 17% chance. I guess Branston does just live in here making his statues, and that's it, so. And auto doors are complete, so we've got Flux Production. It is a glitter world drug. I'd imagine it wants Nutra-Amine in order to make it. It wants Luciferum. Okay, no point. Let's go for a reroll. Antidepressants. Oh, wow. If only we'd got this earlier in the series. That's fantastic. We need Nutra-Amine. Sick. Okay, sick. Very conveniently as well, have a visitor that has come in, and they have some lovely products for us to buy. Gin and beer. I'm definitely going to be buying that, and I'm definitely going to be forcing Coke to be having some of that. Also gives us a lovely opportunity to sell just some of the shit that we've picked up. And there it is. Already drinking the gin. Gin high, drunk, 20 hours. Social impact plus 10%. Gin, 20% increase in social impact. I genuinely do not believe that whatsoever. But we are now over the drug overdosed. Coke is back to normal, so I guess that means we unforbid the drug room again. Woohoo! Oh, trait, depressive. Erison has become depressed. How? 8 raw food, sad youngsters. Really? That's not that bad. I'm starting to think that this is just cursed. Everybody's just depressed. They are all chefs, honestly, at the end of the day. And I feel like all chefs are slightly depressed, which is fair enough. Once we build some more of this art and stuff, they will be a little bit happier. There you go. There's smoke leaf joint number 1 and immediately incapacitated. I honestly think that the concoction that Coke has consumed is just too much. I think we're just giving them too much. Smoke leaf tolerance large, soda, psychite, refreshing ice cream, alcohol, syrup, gin. Christ, alcohol hammered. Jesus Christ. I wish I was like this at 4 years old, you know? This is the life. 4 years old and just I've got no words. Just no words, honestly. Oh no. New lovers. Oh no, new lovers. I hope you visit my dream zone and let me catch a glimpse of the happiness I could feel by your side. Big Red and Pudding. Who's Big Red? Oh, just some random visitor has fallen in love with one of the ice cream girls. They've done their job. Fair play, Pudding. You've done your job. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Can we even recruit Big Red? No, apparently we have 0 friends with Big Red, but is the lover of Pudding. Okay. Antidepressants are complete. It's a shame we'll not actually be able to use them. Devil's Drown Hot Tub. No. Give me drugs. Plumbing. Wow, it's taken us to the finale of this series. To be able to build pipes. Holy moly. What is going on with today's research? Antidepressants. Plumbing. Yayo. All of these research options that I should have gotten in the first, episode. Cheers, Rimworld. Bloody cheers. And as a result, just a completely noticing as well, Branston has finished the work of art. This should be the oligarch image. Is it not? It should be. If it isn't, I'm going to be really upset. A dragon scale grand art. On this sculpture representation of Woodaluk Whittle teaching tameness to a Boomaluk. As Woodaluk thinks of what's for lunch. Very nice. The Boomaluk appears to be morphing into an alfalfa. Okay. Hundreds of thatchers appear far from the main subjects. Brilliant. So we've made a piece of art dedicated to a furry. Sick. No worries. Well, it's the exact same piece of art as that. John, come and drop Branston's piece of art in. This should count as the It doesn't count as the oligarch image. Oh my god! I'm just gonna let's just. Oh my. Right. It doesn't say oligarch image anywhere. Am I being really, really silly? Shape of family, large sculpture, small sculpture, terra sculpture. Unless it's the terra sculpture I was meant to make. Why does it not say? Okay, right, we'll try and make one of these and see if it's that. Because I was sure that this is going to be the thing. It still looks cool, though. Plumbing has been complete. Reroll. Psychoid tea. Yes. Yes, please. Coke. I'm pretty sure Coke can actually take psychoid tea regularly. It won't absolutely ruin him. I've still banned him from taking any drugs at the moment. Just because he's still getting over the gin, the alcohol, the the smoke leaf. I'm just giving him a little bit of a break, alright? We can let him go wild again once we've got things sorted. Okay, so there is the terra sculpture complete. Does that count as an oligarch image? If this doesn't count as an oligarch image, I am going to cry. Because there's no other option. Oligarch image desired. Oligarch image is still desired. Okay, well, I unfortunately cannot fix that, but we at least got 2 other lovely pieces of art in here. Alright, we look at the positives. And Psychite Tea is complete. Next, canning, no, give me drugs. Harp will do. So, Psychite Tea. Psychite Tea, there it is. Let's do until we have 18. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good amount, honestly. So I've allowed Coke to come back in here and consume some more flake. I'm really famished. I'm going to stuff myself with something at once. Flake is not what you should be stuffing yourself with if you're hungry. Maybe eat food rather than taking drugs. Not really a good idea. Coke is immediately overdosing. Oh, for God's sake. At least he hasn't died. Alright, let's look at the positive. He's not died. Coke, I need to get you, resistant to this. How are you at the age of 4 going to even make it to the age of 5 if you don't, attempt to resist these drugs just a little bit? Harps are complete. Next, we've got ourselves nothing good. Soup. Basically, not chunky stew. And a psychite addiction has been formed. Coke has developed an addiction to psychite. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. That's totally fair, honestly. totally fair. I'm going to forbid you from the drugs room again so you can recover. Then you can go back in again. What will Branston think, Coke? You overdose anymore. It's been probably a few days since you've been put you on the schedule. A few days. Coca-Cola, and Coke. Perfect, makes sense again. Branston would be so disappointed if, like, you do this again. I'm not gonna lie. Branston is gonna be so sad if you overdose again. Soup cookie is complete. Industrial fermenting, pottery, no thank you. Canning, no thank you. Honestly, no thanks. Let's go for Grimstone. Grimstone has been completed as well. You know what? I'm only gonna update you guys if we get wake up production. Perfect. Nice. Wake up is now completed as well, which is fantastic. So, wake up. Haha. We need Nutramine for wake up. Of course we do. Unfortunately, we have no way of getting Nutramine at the moment. We just never did enough research, which is the big issue of doing research this late in the series. And at the moment, we're still about halfway through the flooring for the restaurant. It's taking a long time, so we're going for a very intricate design. Very interesting, lovely, a lovely place to be. Branston's got big plans for the restaurant, and hopefully whoever he decides to be his partner is going to help him in that, you know? Oh, new lovers. Harrison and Branston. Oh my god, the chances. It was like 27%. Like, it was unbelievably low. And now they're in love. Family lives on, alright, in Branston and Harrison. Like, happiness is going to be on a whole other level. This is perfect. This is genuinely perfect. Like, your bedroom might be a dump from where Anise trashed it all the time, but this is perfect. This is how love should be. I'm so happy for you guys. It's unbelievable. The restaurant is pretty much complete as well. We're just putting in the final touches with the tables and chairs and everything. I think it looks good. You know, it's nice and spread out. It gives a lovely, intimate feeling whilst providing a luxury. It's just off from the freezer and the chef's things and everything. This is how I wanted this to be, you know. This is this series embodied. We've got the restaurant where we serve all the visitors. I think at the moment we've got the sovereignty of God visiting. Yeah, we do. The freezer where we worship the food, the meals, the variety, the taste, the kitchen where we try and make all the different foods, and most importantly, the drugs. We're going to unforbid it, and I'm going to let Coke go wild on it again, and we're just going to see what happens, you know. Who knows? Maybe Branston will finally punish him for his just absurd amount of intake of narcotics, you know? I've got a smoke leaf addiction and a alcohol addiction. Crikey. I've got no words. I genuinely have no words. And another overdose. Coke is overdosing once again. What is it this time? You know what? I can't work it out. I think it's yayo this time. I think. I genuinely don't know. Branston, you need to have a word with your son. Please speak to him.
Ma. 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 Ma 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 ma.
There we have it. The future has been made up for the future of this colony. Branston will be enlisting Coke to be a little delivery boy to try teach him some maturity and giving some independence. John will continue to live within the restaurant and hotel and probably just become a bodyguard, honestly, and just help out with general maintenance. Spag will take after her mother, becoming an authoritative figure whilst enforcing enforcing Branston's rules and diplomacy and love for other people, becoming a lovely hybrid between the two. Branston will just continue to run his restaurant, going into the takeaway industry and delivering all the foods around the rest of the Rim, learning about different cultures, and most importantly, instilling his beliefs in quality and over quantity for his food. And that's it. That is the end of this series. This has been probably one of the craziest series, and not in the good way, that I've ever done. A lot of mistakes were made along the way. The IG Legend was broken from the very start, and I refuse to admit it. If you stuck around for the end of all this series and you're not part of the Discord, join it. That's where the all the spoilers and all the teasers for the next few series are occurring. And yeah, I'm King All Hobos, and the next series will be in the next couple of days. I need to do some prep for it. There's a few teasers here, there, everywhere throughout this episode that should give you an idea of what's to come. So if you enjoyed this series and this episode, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.